Alright, well, it appears the main story quest is keeping us in Central Shroud, so I won't be going back to the area I had before where I had to do this quest. So we'll continue on because this is where this quest is leading me. Let's see what we need to do. See your eagle in the hand, Malik, that's well, but I cannot in good consciousness send you to the forest until I've established that your equipment is equal to the task. It bears repeating that in the 5 years since the dawn of the 7th Umbral Era, many of the Twellswoods creatures have transformed into vicious, bloodthirsty monsters. Venturing into the forest without proper gear is tantamount to suicide. Suggest you take some time to evaluate your equipment. Once you deem your armor to be of sufficient quality, present yourself to me for inspection. Okay, so equip head, body, hands, legs, feet, and gear of level 5 or above before returning to Garfield. Alright, so gear. You can view and equip and remove gear by selecting equip an item first selected, so whatever. Armory chest, we already known about that. Okay, so level 5. So what we're looking at here, what have I got? I have a harpoon that is level 5. I have an eye patch that is level 5. Armor, level 5. Gloves, level 5. I do not have pants of level 5 yet. I do have boots that are level 5. It would appear that there are no other quests here. So Central Shroud, even though this is where it's been pointing me, there's nothing else here. Now I could run around, do monsters, try and do my hunting logs, look for fates, that's fine. But I think I'm going to have more success if I go back out into the North Shroud, since this is where I have some quests. And there's even another Chocobo stable up there and probably a crystal that I can get a company with. Oh, there is one right over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to return home, and we're going to start heading back out to North Shroud. Alright, so I've got a quest that I need to complete here, Valued Vilekin, and then it looks like I have a quest up here, Clear Sign, as well. So let's circle around. Looks like it's up here. Etat Spire, huh? Alright, you! What do you need? You've Kundal in the hand, have you? Well then, you're welcome to task from my seemingly never-ending list. I'll need you to head west along the road and scrub down 2 of the Malmstones. I swear by Nafika those signs are immaculate dirt and grime with almost a natural haste. Speak with... oh my goodness! Seriously, Scrabble pieces thrown at a wall is what they've done here. Okay, Quadanwa. Quajanwana. Oh my god. That guy. His name is now that guy. Tree Speak Stables once you've seen to them. She'll be glad to hear the Malmstones are clear for the next 3 bells at least. Alright, looks like this is another standard MMO standard there of a click quest. Basically find item, click on it, and be done with it. In the meantime, I discovered a new location, and I wish to kill me some Opa-Opos. Ooh, ooh, ooh. They're level 5, so they're going to drop pretty quick. While I'm here, let's use my new backstab skill. Let's see how much damage this will do for me. So... oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't eat. So I've got 3 of these things. Let's eat these first. There we go. And up here you can see my benefit. Food benefits, experience +3, accuracy, vitality, and skill. All food, from what I can tell, gives you experience bonus, which is pretty nice. Now let's go ahead and eat another one. So we can see experience 3, accuracy 8. Let's see if vital and skill speed go up at all. It's kind of wasting food, but let's just kind of take a quick look at it. Experience 3, accuracy 8. Doesn't look like it's changed, so it says maximum of 3. I don't quite understand that, to be honest with you. Because that makes me think that I should eat more than one of these to get the benefits, but it doesn't seem to be working. Alright, let's go ahead and hit this guy from behind. There we go. Did about 10 damage. Well, I think the backstab didn't register. People are stealing my targets, darn it. Well, not really stealing, but I want to try and do something specific, so... Impulse Drive, 20. Yeah, that's about right. That's 150, that's 180. It's not too bad. And I'm getting the 2 experience from the food, and I just got my hunting log done. So there you go. I mean, it's very easy to thankfully get these hunting logs done. I mean, they don't require a lot, honestly. I'm kind of surprised it's just 3. In the meantime, I'm here and I can take out some of my mitlings that I didn't get done from when I was here last time. Was that part of another? That's just one, 410. Cool. I've only got 2 things left from this page. That's going to be quite helpful. So here we are, clear sign. Where did it go? Here it is. So Dusty Malmstone. Right click and we're done. And as we can see, this quest is going to start leading me north. There's only 2 of them, so I'm going to go ahead and come over here, get this one done, and start heading north. And that's pretty much quest procedure right there, just taking you in a nice progression path, letting you know where you're supposed to go. Fantastic. I kind of like the animation for my backstab, by the way. It's not just a simple stab, too. It's so flashy, and let's look at this again. I want to do this. How flashy this ability is. Stab, stab, stab. It's like my guy has disdain for this guy's backside. Really? Alright, while we're here, let's just go ahead and pick someone else's. Get a little bit of just get it out of the way, because all I need to do is kill it. Hunting log done. Alright, tangled undergrowth. So this one is a hybrid quest, so you have to go up and inspect something, and then something attacks you out of the darkness. In which case you cast magic missile at it. And that's it. That was really it. Was it? No, wait, there's more. Which one am I doing? Gather aphids. Alright, well, let's look at it again. Oh, okay, the first time was an inspection and it caused the monster to attack. The second time was me just getting the item I actually needed. Okay, not bad. So we can see that on this way here we've got some Ixali. I've been saying that name wrong this whole time, I think. Whatever, I've said a lot of things wrong this entire time. Many of you can attest to that, right? The many missteps and stumblings that I've had. Anywho. That quest would lead me up here to where he was going to give me a clear sign anyway. I think a clear sign may turn in up there as well, so let's just do it. Oh no, clear sign goes back down there. Oh well, that's okay. It's honestly along the way. And I love the fact that I have a sprint button. Just take all of my TP and go up. That's some pretty cool casting animations, honestly. Can I go up this way? I don't know. Jump! No! I fail. So you have something for me? Yes, I do. Aphids. Ah, aphids from Budwine. It's indeed a blessing. What use have we for aphids, you ask? Why, they're oil, of course. It's not better for maintaining our weapons. Were it not for your timely delivery, I would have been forced to spend a century to replenish our dwindling supplies. We'd have to thank Budwine personally. Thanks to you as well, friend. Oh, another quest. Ah, Malik, just to follow your efforts on behalf of Transmog Stables mark you out as a genuine talent. If you have confidence in your battlecraft, mayhap you would agree to take us on your fight against the Ixali. According to reports, Ixali scouts have been sighted by the river due west of here. The area is uninhabited. It borders Transmog Stables and Blessed Bud. We mean to drive them off before they can threaten our people. Several of their scouting parties would have summarily dispatched and would give their leaders cause to doubt the wisdom of their plan. Slay 2 Ixali dull talons while I'm talking too quickly and not reading fast enough. Don't worry. Alright, get 2 of them. Two Lost Wings, dull talons, 2 slow beaks. Show them the price they must pay for setting foot in our territory Don't worry, eventually I will learn how to talk properly, like not this. Gotcha. Take the quest, damn it, and go away. I'm going. Whee! Speedy thing goes in, speedy thing comes out. What's that? You've been cleaning Malmstones? Why, thank you. With all the chores I need doing around here, I was afraid they'd be left to get even filthier. It's not just that they're an eyesore, by the way, in that state. The creatures around here are wont to lay their eggs on them. As to why, well, I can only assume their preferred nesting trees are in short supply these days. Be that as it may, we can't have monsters hatching from roadside signs. These paths are dangerous enough as it is. Perhaps a sprinkling of sting brew would help the beast to keep the beasts away. Excellent. Hey, look, another quest as well. Ooh, this one's going to give me some items. Did you hear about the Damata of Hystrel? Apparently, Opo-Opo's crept up into her stores and made off with her Muntai beans. Ordinarily, Opo-Opos wouldn't go near them, what with their foul odor and even fouler taste, but food has become scarce of late, truth be told. A good many of us are glad to be rid of the stench. Still, I can't stand to see Damata so dispirited. Would you track down those thieving Opo-Opos and recover the Muntoi beans? I'm told 6 bags were taken, all told. Damata is well respected for all the women of Himstrel, so it would do you well to earn her favor, so be polite, smile, and don't interrupt if she goes on one of her tangents. Himstrel lies to the north of here. You're like to run into Opo-Opos on the way. With luck, you may even encounter the bean thieves themselves. Alright, so, good. 2 quests in this rough area. No quarter. Death of the bean thieves. So, we kill some Ixali Dultalans, Ixali Lostwings, Ixali Slowbeaks, and some Opo-Opos, and try and get the beans. Now, once again, we can see that the way they've done the quest is very minimalistic. Only 2. I have a kill quest. And I only have to kill 2 of each guy. I have to go collect beans. I only have to collect 6. 6 seems to be the magic number. Alright, this person managed to garner the attention of 2 of these guys. We'll just go ahead and help out. Uh-oh. That worked out. He spawned, and even though he would normally aggro, I just used Vorpal Thrust like an idiot. Even though he would normally aggro, while he spawned in, he doesn't immediately recognize you as a threat. So I'm able to utilize my Impulse Drive just before they can hit me. Now, ooh, there was an AoE. Something I didn't go over, that not only did I get a action here, but I also got a trait. I got some enhanced strength because I am a Lancer, so my strength is going up by 2. So there's some nice talents you can earn. Uh-oh. Here I am fighting 3 creatures. Let's go ahead and get my Keen Flurry up. Uh-oh. Dare say, sir, was that some lag? This is the first instance of lag I've had. And here it is again. Oh dear. Oh no. This is the first instance of... Oh my goodness, everything's catching up. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, not on open beta night. I might not be able to get back in. You buggers. Cheeky monkeys. Oh, whatever. That's not bad. That is the first... Consider this. Consider this. This is open beta day, morning, right? Everybody is hitting the server hard. How much lag was there on that server? Not a lot. Actually, that was the first time I've actually noticed lag of any real sort. So far, impressed. Impressed. Despite the fact that people are having a hard time getting in, they're doing a decent job with the throttling and keeping things moving at a decent pace. Alright, well, let's try and get back in, shall we? Oh, yay. I thought I was going to be dead. What's not fun, though, is I log right in to this guy pecking at my face. Thanks to the person that helped me out. Though I could have survived. It's okay. Always nice to have a little bit of help. Alright, let's help these guys. Look at that. I don't even care if I don't get full experience. I just want the quest tapping. So no quarter given is done. And we move on to Opo Opos. Nothing here is going to give me experience chains, unfortunately. So pretty much what I'm doing here is biding my time, doing quests, and hoping that one of these quests is going to give me a reward of pants. Because as of right now, that's the only thing keeping me back from moving on to the next story quest. Now, the other thing that's keeping me back is I need to be level 10 to get my next Lancer quest. I almost said Dragoon again. Look, I'm fixated with Dragoons, okay? Look, I can jump! Ugh. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna be a Dragoon. I'm gonna be awesome. Unfortunately, Dragoon is not gonna happen in open beta. Open beta is restricted to level 20. Jobs require you to be level 30. But I can at least get some of the prerequisites done. So with the Opa Opos, every time I kill them, I get the beans. It seems like you have a pretty much 100% chance of getting drops that you need for story quests, which is kind of nice. So pretty much a story quest that tells you to kill a monster to get an item is really just a kill quest in disguise. Kill quest in disguise. The Lancers kill the evil Opa Opos to get their coffee beans. Da-da-da-da-dum. Look, I gotta add some entertainment value, right? My singing is not it, right? I get it. Alright, it was bloody work, but it had to be done. Your service to Gridania will not be forgotten. Thanks to you, we now have time to plot our next move. Could muster our forces and take the battle to the Birdmen, or consolidate our defenses before they return. I must needs consult with the commander. Good chunk of experience there. No more quests, though. So the question then becomes where to next. Looks like one of my turns as the Opo turns. Poof. A little bit of fall damage there. One of my turn-ins is to the north, as well as some quests there, and that's where another... I'm assuming that's a sanctuary, but I'm not 100% sure. Well, we'll know when we get there. There is no crystal there, so I can't register it as a teleportation spot. Which is odd, because it's far enough away. If you look at the other Shroud I was in, one of these was a teleportation spot. Looks like it might be a chocobo spot. Alright, cross the bridge. And there's some microchews to kill. Now, I could do that and get my hunting log, but before I do that, before I commit to doing that, granted, I only need to kill 3. Let's go, get the next quest, and find out if I need to kill them for a quest. Why double my efforts, right? Why not get everything done as kind of one chunk? So here, oh, well, I've already got a bone harpoon. Interesting. Okay, I'm kind of glad I did the quest in the order I did, because here I can choose not to... I'm going to get some shards of potion. You know, I haven't really used my potions. Haven't needed them. I can choose to get a short bow for my inevitable archer, which was going to happen. Or I could get a maple wand for my conjurer / white mage. Now, I imagine that my white mage class is also going to get a wand, and my archer class will probably get a short bow from their specific class rewards. So, what I might do in this instance is, because these are just 3 weapons to pick from, I might just go ahead and pick the bronze pieces. This will sell for 100 gil. Not bad. I don't need the harpoon, and there's no point in picking these up if the classes are going to get those weapons as well. Alright, let's find out what we need to do here. Ain't seen your face around here, fool. So sworn duty to keep peace and him from them would do a harm. If you means to stay for a spell, you have to prove you can be trusted. Ours ain't a large community, and we hardly any fighting folk. So there's always a need for battle-savvy types, what with all the beasties lurking hereabouts. As it happens, we've been suffering from an outbreak of midges lately. Midges? Migs? Oh my god. The buggers are driving our patrols to distraction. Now, if you would exterminate, say, half a dozen swarms, we'd know you for a friend. Wouldn't know you from a hole in the ground, Bob's your uncle and all that. What? Okay, so here is another chocobo keep that once again I can't use until I'm level 10, so I'm going to have to remember to come back out here when I'm level 10. I think that's the one thing I'm a little disappointed in, is needing to come back out here for that. Now, we'll see once I hit 10 if that's true. If talking to them now is all that is required. Because that would be kind of annoying. It'd be nice to go ahead and get them now. I mean, they're essentially flight points. So I don't like the fact that they're locking out flight points to a level. It just seems weird. I suppose there's nothing to be done. What's that, young man? You something for me? I do. I have your beans. I'm missing bags of Muntoy beans. But how? You didn't track down those wretched Opo-Opos, did you? I've had all but given up my hope before you arrived. With these beans, I can make enough Muntoy tunic. Muntoy tunic for everyone in Himstral. As long as I have enough micro-chew leaflets to flavor it, there should be no complaints. Hey, we just talked about micro-chews. Speaking of which, my son drank unflavored Muntoy tonic the other day. One of his friends challenged him to do it, he said, and you know what? He drained the whole cup and, oh god, she's going on a tangent. Grow stronger and braver by the day, nay, be very hour. Secret recipe more delicious than I imagined. Now that I think about it, many people have described the taste as unforgettable. God, thank you. Thank you. Alright, with that, just use that. Refresh the buff. Experience plus 3. I don't understand that max plus... I don't get it. Max 2. This one doesn't even have anything. The thing she gave me is determination, vitality, and accuracy. I'm pretty much just using it for the experience boost, honestly. Now, here's an interesting little glitch. Maybe I should probably report that when I get a chance. The Chantel Saute has a glitch in the description. It says wild Chantellers sauteed in butter, but the E, or before the E, it's got a question mark. I imagine it's supposed to have an accent or something like that, so I don't know why that's there, but that's definitely something I'll have to report. Hey, here we go. We're going to get a better helmet than what I already have, apparently, which is level 8. So I'm glad I went south before coming back up here. Okay, sweet. What have you got? If I'm to make this much Muntoy tunic, I need more micro-chew leaves. Alright, young man, would you be so kind as to fetch 4 leaves from the micro-chew? Okay, so I need 4. Great. That's 1 more than I need for my quest log. I'm waking up a bunch of Muntoy tunic, you see. Oh, it's a lovely drink, absolutely bursting with nutrient goodness. Yeah, have you know, as always, drinking a cup a day. Last few people passion for blah, 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 blah. Micro-chew leaves, let's anyway, blah, blah, blah. Alright, whatever. Oh my god. I shall stop talking and start stirring, or they'll just stand there, dear. Run along, fetch me those leaves. Can I kill her myself? I want to. I want to. I want to see what they've got here. Oh, these are tools for crafting. 274 for a simple saw, huh? Wow. Right on. What about you? What have you got for me? Bone harpoon, which I already have. A bronze spear. It's level 8. That's not bad. That's 400 gil. That's about a quarter of my gil, though. I'm going to wait. I mean, there's definitely some there's some items there, but I'm just going to get them from questing. I haven't needed anything else yet. So a myriad of items can be bought and sold from vendors all across Eorzea. Purchasing an item is as simple as clicking on an item shopkeeper's inventory. Selling an item is as simple as dragging an inventory from that to your armory chest. Yes, if you happen to have a second thoughts about a sale, you can always buy back your item. So they do have a buyback feature. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice of them? That's nice. Now, if they would only sell me pants. Hey, Lanai. Ooh, here we go. Alright, you have to look at an adventurer. Adventurers love little tasks, do they not? Well, I need you to head into the forest and pick up a glimshroom for me. You haven't the faintest idea what a glimshroom is, do you? Glimshroom is the common name for a variety of fungus with a unique white phosphorescence. What'd you say? A glowing mushroom? Yes, I suppose you could put it that way. There's a colony on the rock face in the southwest of Peace Garden. Do not simply pick the first one you come across, the brightest glowing mushroom you can find. if you please. Yes, well, I'd love to go and harvest the Glim Shrooms myself, but there is the small matter of the Exali Scouts. Not terribly friendly, those chaps. Off you go, then. Pretty simple, eh? So I got a few things here, and look, there's a fate here. Now, I think that icon is a Notorious monster fate. Notorious monsters, if you're not used to that terminology from the other Final Fantasy MMO, Final Fantasy XI, is a giant creature, or maybe not giant, but a very tough to kill monster that will probably eat you for lunch. Oh, it's nearly dead. Let's at least go and try and join in, shall we? God, its backside is moving around, so I can't get a proper bearing on it. Come on. No, come on. Get behind it. No, I think I missed. Alright, well, I was able to participate. And I got bronze. For 1 gil. Whatever. Oh well, it was worth trying, right? I mean, what's the point of not trying? I got some experience from it. And even if it was only 1 gil, it was still worth the effort, you know? So I need 4 leaves, but I only need 3 of these things to complete my current quest, which is good. Alright, my camera's kind of getting hiked up into trees here. Now, I'm chaining right now, so I'm trying to move very quickly. The more I can chain, the more experience I get while completing my quests. Level up. Now what's odd... Okay, 23. It does show the chain, but it doesn't break it down. Okay, so I have to slay these midge swarms as well as part of one of my quests. So, good. Let's try and do that. I also have the... It's called a Glim Harvest, really? Oh, the quest names. I tell you, man, they're getting clever. WoW pretty much started it, and then everybody else is like, you know what, having awesome quest names is a great idea. The question is, how much of this translates over? Like, do the Japanese quest names have these really awesome references or not? Or is this the localization team? And if it's the localization team, then my god, props to those guys, because that is amazing. Okay, looks like I'm not chaining off of... this right here, this is great. I normally can't tell where the back of this thing is, because all it is a swarm of flies. But if I look at the targeting circle, I can tell that right here is the backside. See, that is something that other games don't really get right, I think. I've seen it where you've got these monsters where you've got... it might be a nebulous mass of some sort. And you can't tell, well, what's the front, what's the back? In this case, all you gotta do is pay attention to the targeting circle. So yeah, questing in this game so far, you know what, I'm not bored, oddly enough. You would think all I am doing is running around, click, click, fight, fight, fight. And what's weird, I mentioned this before a little bit, but I don't think I put enough time into it, is, you know, it feels weird to be liking this game in some ways. Like, I went into Neverwinter and into Dragon's Prophet, and I went into those... Why did I go into those? I went into those because they were action RPGs, and I thought I was tired of the old push-button WoW-type MMO. I mean, it wasn't that I hated WoW, it was just that I had played WoW for a really long time, and... I guess for me it had run its course. Part of it is I got kind of burnt out on hardcore raiding for a while. So it's kind of nice to go back to questing. But for all the praise I gave Neverwinter, and for I gave some to Dragon's Prophet, not a ton, because the thing about Dragon's Prophet is I really liked the idea of the combat, but something about it became semi-tedious. I don't know what it was. But why, after going from an action-oriented game like that, am I enjoying going back to a hot button MMO? I mean, I'm just sitting here pushing buttons, right? But you could say that about a lot of games, right? You're just pushing buttons or going through the motions. I mean, no matter what game you play, you can always distill it down to, oh, well, you're just doing X for Y amounts, you know? First-person shooters, oh, well, you're just pushing the button and shoot, you know, and you point and click and they die, right? That's all a first-person shooter is, right? Technically. But they're still fun. And that's what I'm running across here. I am enjoying myself. Immensely, actually. Why? I just couldn't say why. I don't think I have the loquaciousness to really put into words what it is. And I think part of it is, and I've mentioned this before, I know, is that I'm kind of happy to be playing a game that's not free to play, because I'm not having the idea of purchasing stuff shoved in my face all the time. Look at this glorious inventory space. Look at it. Let it burn into your soul. It's fantastic. I am happy here. I'm happy here. Alright, you've done us a kindness and proven yourself capable besides. Take this with Hemstrels. Thanks. Ah, before you go, I thought of something else you can do first. Alright, so of my options, I don't need any of these really, so let's go ahead and get the bronze piece, and I will sell that for my gil. Boots. Level 8 boots. I still can't find pants. Dear God. Well, we might go into the Edge tree and see what all's well. Since ancient times, trees guarded these woods and holy presence lately, though. We've been hearing reports of exactly pecking around in the vicinity. No more than scouts, I'd wager. But if they'd lay their filthy hands on the Edge tree, well, I don't bear thinking about it. So much as obliged if you'd head southwest to Edge tree and see no harm's come to it. Oh, if you chance encounter any I'll send them packing. Be warned though, the birdmen ain't keen to take their leave without a fight. Make sure you go well prepared. Keep your eyes peeled, eh? Oh, I'm well prepared. I've got 26 potions. Trust me. Now, there were other quests here. I was questing in this area in Phase 3. I'm guessing I just haven't gotten to it yet. Right. What next? Were you able to find the glimpse rooms? Yes, I was. Ah, would you look at that glow? Perfect. This helped me mix a potent remedy for the creeping death. To forestall the obvious question, the creeping death is a deadly plague that once ravaged the Hyran population of Gridania. I almost said Hyrulean. Though it can now be cured through simple conjury, it doesn't hurt to have a ready supply of the medicine. After all, out here in Hemstrel, we cannot always rely on a conjurer to be at hand whenever a youngling coughs. Thank the matron for wandering adventurers, though, eh? So, what do we get from this? We've got necklaces. So, a bone necklace for all classes, intelligence, mind, so not what I'm going to get. Copper, gorget. Strength, dex. Excellent, that is what I'm getting. Storyteller 2. Now, this is interesting. This is the first game that I've seen do this. I have not seen any game put to detail this before. I have a necklace. Oh, right. I need to go. What is it? K? No. Well, it is that hot button, damn it. Whatever. So, copper gorget. I kind of don't want to put this on, but let's go ahead and show it off. If I equip it... No, maybe not. It happened in beta, but it's not happening here. Let's take this off real quick. There it is. Okay, so you couldn't see it on my armor, but take a look at this. The necklace is actually showing up on my character. That is pretty cool detail. Now, don't really care to show. I kind of wish I could hide it. Can't really do that. There should be a way to hide. I know you can hide the... Oh yeah, there. Display headgear. Derp. So if I want to hide the eye patch, I can. But there's nothing that hides neck pieces. Of course, as we saw, my current armor hides it fairly well. So that's kind of interesting that they put the detail that it's there, but it doesn't show up through my armor. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm disappointed or not, because I kind of don't really care for the look, but it kind of sucks that it doesn't show up. I mean, if you could make it show up and toggle it, that'd be okay. All right, so let's see. Yes, that's the 4. All right, such lovely scents. Now that you gathered the 4 I asked for, and not one more. Yes. Oh, I know I shouldn't have to ask, but these days more and more people forget to take only what they need. If we are to live in harmony with the wood, we must respect life and remember what it means to take it. Never be wasteful. Know the value of life. Know the value of our time here in the world. That's what I always live my life to the fullest. Wasting nary a moment and nay a word. Nay, not so much as a single one. Yeah, you waste words all the time, lady. Can I go now? If you mean to remain within the Twellswood, you must ever be mindful to show respect and gratitude for elements. And you know, you remind me of my son. He's a good boy, but sometimes forgets what it means to be a Gridanian. Why? Just the other day, I caught him and his friends throwing Muntuid beans at each other. Needless to say, I was terribly cross. Who wouldn't be? And all these, all set to give them a memorable scolding. When I noticed they were playing in teams, that my son was leading the winners. Oh, I know I shouldn't have been proud, but when I saw the way he marshaled his troops, by which I mean his friends, it was so clear to me that he was a born leader. Oh, where was I? Oh, yes. You see, later that day, I was cooking dinner, and he quite, without prompting, offering to wash the vegetables. He's such a good boy, you know. Oh, my God, is it done? Can I go? Ethers! No ethers. We're going to get this hard leather pot helm. Gives me defense, gives me magic defense, gives me strength, gives me dex. Unfortunately, I don't get to look like Snake anymore. I'm kind of sad by this. Yeah, I can turn it off, but I kind of want to keep the eye patch. Now, interesting segue to that, actually, is they've mentioned that they are planning on adding some kind of transmogrification system. They didn't call it that, obviously, but they're going to add a way for you to change your gear cosmetically to the way you want it. So if you find a really cool-looking piece of gear and you want, you know, stuff with better stats with that current look, you can do that. So they'll be looking at that. They're going to be doing that. So just so you know, it will happen. So eventually I might be able to just keep my eye patch instead of looking like General Every Dude. Alright, hedge tree. Looks like we get to take a look at it. Interacting. And I sense a hostile presence. A scout! Come here, you. Slow. True thrust. Full pull thrust. True. Full pull. True dat. Down he goes. Pretty simple line. What I am looking forward to is once I hit 10, well, I won't do it right away, but once I get the ability to, I am looking forward to doing a little bit of crafting and gathering, just to kind of feel that out. Because I haven't really seen that many crafting systems that have been all that interesting to me as of late. Dragon's Prophet, I didn't get into yet, so I don't know that one. But Neverwinter's, I kind of liked it at first because it allowed you to craft while away from the game, but then it turned into nothing but time sinks, and you could pick up a low-level craft and still have to spend hours and hours leveling no matter how high of a level your character was, so I didn't care for that. This one will be more interactive, so I'm looking forward to that. Ah, slew an Exile, did you? Ah, bloody birds think twice before coming in, Inlet. Exile once dwelt in the Twellswood, you know. Long ago they woke at Green's warmth and were driven out. Needless to say, they weren't best pleased when us Gridanians took their place here. In fact, it's none other than this resentment that kindled the hatred for us. Ah, but I expect I'm born, you ain't? By defending the Edge Tree, you've once more proven yourself a friend to Hurstmill. Well, that's all I get. If you can spare a moment, I ask that ye, with others in Hamlet, many of us here could use a hand. I think none other better than the system. All right. What do we got? All classes, Intelligence, Mind, and level 8 boots. Excellent. Defense, Magic Defense, Strength, Dex. Alright, so let's go ahead and... That's legs, not boots. Boots! Hey, I actually have some leggings now, so I don't look like I have no pants. I'm kind of surprised the leggings take up so much room on that. Okay, here we go. This is what I was talking about. So there's at least one more quest here. So he asked me, hey, why don't you help out some other people here in the hamlet? And that gives me this. The kindness of strangers. Oh, armor. More armor. So I'm getting my level 8 stuff by coming up here. So it's kind of interesting that I started up here and this ended up being the higher level stuff. Of course, the stuff around the town is still level 1, 2, whatever. And everything up here is up to level 8, and so when I went south into Central, some of that stuff around here started to be level 9, but it wasn't quite that troublesome. Pardon me, good sir. Might you be an adventurer of whom Edbert speaks so highly? If you could spare a moment, I've never thought myself a popular girl, and men rarely give me cause to believe otherwise, yet lately I've been the recipient of several gifts. Sparkling jewels and fine silks, over which a prouder maid than I would surely swoon. All from an amorous admirer. Naturally, I was flattered, but I knew nothing of my mysterious benefactor. And so I endeavored to seek him out, only to discover that he's none other than Aelbert, an infamous rogue wanted for countless robberies in Gridania. I realize now that all of his presents were taken from others, and I have unwittingly won the affections of a dangerous criminal. But that's not all. With his last gift came a request. He insists that we meet in the woods outside of Hurstmill, where he intends to present me with his most precious gift. I'm at a loss. I beg of you, good sir, will you please not go in my stead? I wish only to be left in peace, but I fear a man such as he may be driven to violence when made to hear such words. I pray no harm comes to you. We can do this. I'm looking like a true adventurer now. We'll give him cause to pause, right? Seeing this armored guy come at him. To the destination. Waiting. You hear a man cry out in rage. Albert the Lost. Whoa! Ooh. He just used a weapon skill. I wasn't expecting that. Uh-oh. Oh, there's 3 Alberts the Lost! What is this? Albert. Oh, a fate. Sweet. So there's a fate involved with this town. So it looks like the Opos have decided to make themselves a nuisance in this town. Alright, well, let's help out. So it looks like there's about 14 minutes on this fate. But we're already more than halfway done. Magical fruit. Opos in search of the beans have begun raiding. Slay the beast and prevent any stacks of beans from being stolen. Okay, so what's happening is there's actually beans in the town. I got silver for that one. 672 and 8. Nice. There's actual beans items in the towns that the Opos could pick up and get, but because so many people were here, they didn't even get in here. In Beta Phase 3, this place was fairly empty, so there was only a handful of us, but what is that icon over his head? I wonder. Not in a grand company, not in a free company. Not a bad look. I kind of wish I had his pants to go with my gear. Does that just means he's sitting? I don't know. I like the crouching animation while he's sitting on that post. That actually looks kind of cool. Makes me almost wish I was a Mikote. Alright. Well, we've done what you needed. All for naught. I give thanks that you're unharmed at least. A letter for me. So I got a letter from him. It's a Senate letter. My dearest Emeria, I pray this letter finds you well. I know my gifts were sudden and many. but I hope they were to your liking. Seeing you in the first summer of your womanhood, I could restrain myself no longer. My thoughts have been only of you these past many moons, of what gifts might bring you happiness. Yet to see you smile from afar is not nearly enough. I long to live together with you in Hurstmill, and nothing would bring me greater joy. I would give you a grand garden, filled with the white chamomile that you love so. But such dreams can never come true. My crimes are known and will never be forgiven. The most I can hope for is for you to know my heart. That would grant me a measure of peace. And so, if it does not cause you distress, I would write to you again. Yours ever, Albert. Thank you for bringing me this letter, Malik. His most precious gift. I understand now. But how did he know my favorite flower? Is Albert... No, it can't be. Anyway, we must return the presents to their rightful owners. I know it will not erase this Albert sends, but perhaps the 12 will view him more kindly. Forgive me this final request, but could you go to Gridania and speak with a woman named Mion? You should find her in the Cowling Canopy. Tell her of all that transpired here today. She will know what to do. Alright. So we're pretty much done here. There's no other quests. So we head back. Alright, Mother Mion. A message from a area of Hurstmill, you say. I see. Oh, Albert, you fool. I'll deal with the stolen goods. Worry not. Yes, I know of the boy and his family. He once lived in this very town. One day he stole a handful of chamomile seeds from an influential merchant in the ebony stalls. You see, this boy had a sister, and chamomile was her favorite flower. Seeking only to make his sister happy, I doubt he grasped the gravity of his act. Regardless, his parents felt that he had brought terrible shame on the family, and so they disowned him. Cast out of the hearth and home, he grew desperate. And those who think only of survival think little of law. A common enough tale, perhaps, but no less tragic for it. And now you know the truth. The sister Albert loves so dearly is Amaria. Amaria was too young to remember when Albert left, so her parents decided to conceal his existence. However, word of the boy's banishment soon spread, and the parents were forced to move to Hurstmill to maintain the fiction. By now, Amaria has surely heard rumors of her long-lost brother, although a gentle girl like her would never question her parents' honesty, and what faint memories she once may have had are long gone. But Albert has never forgotten Amaria despite the danger. I suspect he now keeps close to Gridania, refusing to leave his beloved sister a second time. I'll send Amaria some chamomile seeds by way of thanks for helping us recover the stolen goods. If only it were as simple as returning them to their rightful owners. Sadly, Albert's crimes will not be so easily forgiven. But perhaps, by the time these seeds have sprouted and their flowers bloom, we'll have found a new path. Okay, so that's Intelligence, Mind, Strength, Dexterity, so I've got yet another armor. Oh, well, I picked it up by mistake. I should have picked up the other thing. So, Hempen Akaton. It's an Acton. So it's strength and dex, but it's less defense, but it's more magic defense, right? So it's a decent item. Compared to what I'm wearing, they're both. This is level 5, this one's level 8. I lose defense, but this has strength and skill speed. So I'm going to keep the armor I have, actually. But I'll go ahead and show this off. There you go. This is the Acton. They definitely have some interesting looking armor. What I like is that so far I've had very, very different armor sets. Alright, so the good news is apparently here at this guy I can get for 108 gil, which is a pittance, some hempen sorrel legs with strength and dex on them with some defense. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's minor. I don't know where my other quests are. I can't do the Dragoon one yet. And hopefully by doing this one and then turning it in, I will get the level that I need to do my Lancer quest, which I once again called Dragoon, didn't I? Yep, that's going to happen. Well, let's move on. I have bought my way into finishing this quest. For 100 gil. Not a big deal, really, but I'll show off my new digs here. Kind of the orange pants. Nice to know. If I find any quests that let you bypass that, I will, of course, let anyone know. But so far, I've done it all. Alright then, yes, I think you pass. You'd be surprised at how many young, promising soldiers get themselves killed by rushing off in the woods without first donning a decent set of armor. Your equipment, however, should provide the required degree of protection. Consider yourself ready for duty. Hey, look, I got my gil back. You know, I half wonder if this quest is designed to make you think about buying gear. Like, you know, hey, you are missing one valuable piece. Everything else is level 5 from questing. Now you need to go buy what you're missing. Maybe that's what this is intended to do. I don't know. By your tireless efforts, you have proven yourself a friend to Gridania. I believe you can be trusted with sensitive intelligence. I would assign you to a mission of considerable import, yet the need for secrecy prevents me from disclosing its details until you have pledged your participation. I am authorized to tell you that only it concerns suspicious activity in the Twelveswood. Say that you will lend us your aid, and I shall proceed with the briefing. All right, chasing shadows. Let's do it. Good. Time is of the essence, so listen well. You will by now have heard that a suspicious individual has been seen prowling the Twelveswood. And you may also be aware that the Exili activity has risen sharply in the region of late. What you may not know is that this increase coincided almost exactly with the first recorded sighting of the aforementioned individual. Suspecting a connection, we tightened our surveillance in hopes of tracking down our unknown visitor. Alas, our quarry is proving to be exceedingly elusive, almost as if he knows our movements ahead of time. But where whole units have failed, a lone adventurer may yet succeed. Acting independently and covertly, you may be able to close in on our quarry unnoticed. I fear and anxiety are beginning to take their toll upon the citizenry, Malik. For their sake, I ask that you aid us in this investigation. You have my gratitude. With your help, I'm hopeful we'll shed light upon this mystery. Begin your search at Lifeman's Stump. It's there that the majority of the sightings took place. Be forewarned, my people cannot offer you support, lest your quarry catch scent of your presence and evade us yet again. Proceed with caution. Well, seems like an innocent enough little grotto, doesn't it? It's a magicked blade. Stuck in a circle. What is this? You are about to enter an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. Okay. Special instances. You are about to enter a special instance. These areas are reserved for important battles which feature unique environmental conditions or powerful boss enemies. Instance objectives can be confirmed in the duty list. For the duration of the battle, you'll be unable to pass beyond the red line displayed on the field. You'll automatically leave the instance once all the quest objectives are met. So I haven't done this before. This is my first instance area. So here we go. This is Chasing Shadows, level 9 instance. If I were higher than 9, I would be level synced. So I'm right at the level. So this is a good thing. So I guess I'm intended not to be level 10 yet, and maybe I was supposed to buy gear. All right, let's do this. Oh, this will be interesting. I'm looking forward to this.
Look, someone's already here. Oh dear, is that a sword in the stump? Bad idea. Really bad idea. It takes a lot less than that to incite the green wrath, you know. Why, the first time we came to the 12's Wood,
Is
we
this
almost
our
ended up
dark
as a
stranger?
train's dinner, just for crashing our airship in the wrong place. It was all Popolimo's fault, of course. Though, he'd sooner swallow his staff than admit that he's wrong.
I like how she had continual lines there that you didn't actually get to read. Alright. A pugilist and a thaumaturge.
No, not this one. Not even close.
You know him, Kuplo Kop?
Well, not exactly, but we did once share a carriage. Isn't that right?
How are the readings?
Right, night vision goggles. Beautiful.
Same as the last. There is a disturbance here as well. And newly manifested at that. Kuplo Kop seems convinced of your innocence. But if this isn't your doing, whose is it?
Ever since the calamity, the forest's been really sensitive. The slightest disruption to the etheric flow. And this sort of thing happens.
Oh dear.
It seems we have little choice.
Duty commenced. Alright, well, I'll let them take aggro. So speaking of which, what I can tell you is here on the left, you can see I've got a wonderful chart of enemies I'm fighting. If I start to take aggro, it should start glowing red. For now, let's take care of the little ones. They're the most important. More damage. Put it slow. So there we go. Ooh, nice. Blizzard. Okay, so we'll start with Impulse Drive. Put it slow. True. Vorpal. From here we'll alternate with True and Vorpal. After that, slow should drop. So let's go ahead and slow. Uh-oh. Okay, I've got Frenzied Bulbs on me, so let's come back over here. Oh dear. Just let the let's let them aggro. Oh, circle. Okay, so looking at the list, I see that several Frenzied Bulbs are aggro to me. So they're the ones in red. So I love the fact that I can actually click on that list and target some of my enemies. Now, I'm not really in any danger here from the looks of it. I'm not taking I'm like not taking that much damage, and my health was going back up. So I'm not too worried here. So it looks like this is teaching you how to deal with parties and instances before it actually gives you a party. So that's kind of cool. You basically go in, have a quest, and it's like, here, this is what it's going to be like when you start dealing with a lot of monsters. You're going to have these guys, one's going to be tanking for you, one's going to be doing magic damage. That's pretty cool. It was a pretty neat encounter to kind of have as a solo quest.
Crystal Bearer. I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
Well, that was interesting. Even more interesting is a little puffball in front of my face.
You fainted. A surfeit of ether, no doubt.
And what have we here?
Our culprit! But it would seem an Ixal, and no ordinary Ixal either. A chieftain. That they would venture this deep into enemy territory, the beastmen may indeed be acting under orders. This is Papalimo. We found
How
the
are we
culprit.
feeling then?
It was an Ixal
Better?
chieftain.
Good.
Yes, we'll seek Brother Esumian's cooperation in the matter. Ida? Oh, loud, tactless. Much the same as
Giant
always.
crystals? Can't say I've seen any. Are you sure you're feeling better?
Understood. Over and out. Kuploka, please bear word of these developments to Brother Esumian. We shall soon return to give a full report.
Understood. Over and out. Goodbye.
Here is where we part ways. Till next time, take care.
He said I was special because I could see him, but they could see him too. I'm not so special anymore.
I think that sword might be a clue. You should definitely pull it out and take it back to the banner. You don't suppose that adventurer could see Kuplokop, do you?
And this occurs to you now? Yes, it seemed that way. Time will tell.
Well, time will have to, because you won't. You never tell me what's really going on. Unless you don't know what's going on either.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
I am amused. Well, one thing I have learned from this is that I'm going to need to turn down music and things like that because the voices were kind of overtaken by everything else. So I'll do that real quick. Alright, time to deliver the sword. So, one thing I'm noticing, and I don't know if it's because I need to change some graphical settings or not, but I'm noticing that the quick pans over distances, and sometimes even at close range, don't flow very well. They're kind of choppy. Could be my system. Could partially be because I'm recording. It's hard to say. I have on occasion seen some issues with some games that didn't take to recording very well. Darksiders 2 was one of them. The game played flawlessly without recording, but the moment I tried to record, even though it said 60 frames per second, which that's what this game is doing, it's telling me it's like still getting 50 to 60 frames. Despite that, there was still choppiness. It was like something about it was making it drop keyframes or something like that. I don't know. But we get this turn in. Let's see if it gives me my level. That would be a good place to end this. Helps if I can target. There we go. Malik, it's good to see you back. One of our patrols sent word that you had been spotted doing battle with enraged treants. I'm relieved to find you none the worse for the experience. But tell me, what were you able to discover at Life Men's Stump? An ornately decorated sword found thrust into the Life Men's Stump. A sword in the stump, and a dead Ixali. I can't say with absolute certainty that this blade is of Ixali origin. It is of a kind used exclusively in the Beastman's ritual. The Ixali rarely set foot in the central shroud. So tight is our guard over the area. What purpose could have driven them to take such a risk? I fear something is afoot. What's that? A dubious couple sporting peculiar spectacles. So you've been finally acquainted with Ida and Papelmo. Lay your suspicions to rest. Gridania counts them among her staunchest allies. Both are scholars hailing from a distant land and have been with us since before the calamity. Their god may appear outlandish and their exchanges baffling, but never once have they given us cause to doubt them. Indeed, they often assist the gods Quiver and the Wood Whalers in their work, much as I hope you will in the days to come, Malik. Although our unknown visitor eludes us, owing to your efforts, we have acquired important intelligence on the Exili threat. You have my gratitude. You're fortunate indeed to have a capable adventurer such as you aiding us. I will pray that you'll continue to serve the people of Gridania in whatever capacity you are able. Alright, not quite there. Closer still, though. Eggs over Queasy. Oh, here it comes. This'll level me, though. A word if I may. Injuries to several of my men have left me short-handed, and I require a capable sort to complete their unfinished duty. The task is simple. Put down as many of the local Chigo population as necessary to acquire 8 of their egg sacs. Having done so, you are to deliver them to Mongarium at Gilbert's Spire. Monrangrim. Alright. You'll answer to any queries you might have. Now I have other businesses to attend to. This one's pretty close. Well, I was hoping to end it on getting my level and then starting at the next one with level 10 to move on to my Lancer quest, but it looks like that'll have to wait until next time. So, that's not bad though. We were able to go through an instance area which was very heavy story driven, and it was I liked it, honestly. It's like I said, it's kind of this is what a party is going to be like when you get to that point. Lots of monsters. You got to see plenty of monsters on the monster list, and I was able to go a little bit about how aggro worked in that kind of setting. So there we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to move on, hope to get to level 10.